Hello and welcome. I'm Emma and this is the 10-Minute Quilter. Thank you so much for joining me on this first episode of this new venture. I am not suggesting by any stretch that you can make a quilt in 10 minutes. We're good, but we're not that good, okay? But what I am hoping is that you will perhaps spend 10 minutes out of your day with me and we can perhaps talk about a block, a new technique. We could review a pattern. If you're a beginner, I'm planning on doing some back to basics starter videos that would hopefully get you going. And I can also just show you what I'm working on in my sewing room at any given time. I'm going to try and keep them to 10 minutes. Can't guarantee it, but that's what I'm aiming for. I might run over sometimes. And I'm hoping it's going to hold me a little bit more accountable, to be perfectly honest. I'm very good at starting projects and getting distracted by other ones before I finish the first one. And I know I'm not alone in this, or maybe I am. Maybe you are the type of quilter that finishes the project that they're working on before they start the next one, but that's definitely not me. And so as a result of that, I have an awful lot of unfinished projects. So I'm hoping by doing this, it might make me finish a few more. We can live in hope, can't we? If you had any idea how many times I have recorded that intro, you would laugh so hard. I recorded a whole load the other day and I would say there's probably about 2 hours of me either sat staring at the camera or starting again or swearing profusely because I do have a bit of a potty mouth. Yeah, this is it now. This is it. I'm not doing it again. This is what you're getting. So they might be a bit rough and ready. I'm hoping I'll get better as we go on. I'm hoping it gets easier because this first one is a bit of a killer. So for this first episode, I thought what I would do is just show you around my sewing space so that you can see where all the action's going to happen, hopefully. I have tidied it up, I will be honest. It was a bit of a mess. So I've tidied it up, so I'm hoping that by filming more as well, it will encourage me to keep it a bit tidier. We can try, can't we? Anyway, so I sew on I have a Juki DX7 machine in the table here. I have a Horn high-low table, Mark II I think it is actually, that is adjustable. So it has a handle on the side. It's not hydraulic, I didn't want a hydraulic one, but it has a handle on the side that you can rotate to lift and lower. So if I'm going to be doing a lot of cutting, I can raise it up so that it's at a better height for me. It's got a great work surface. I've got all this space here for doing cutting and sewing, which is what I wanted. It's got nothing underneath it, so it's nice and clear. And the machine sits down on a platform and you have a plexiglass insert which gives you a flatbed. But I can take that out and then raise the platform if I want to use it as a complete table flat. This also will tilt, so if I wanted to I could tilt it back and then push it back against the wall out of the way. Can't see there ever being a need for that, but you never know. I also invested in a new light, a new overhead light. This is a daylight lamp that it fastens onto the table and extends out like that, and you can position it where you want it. It has an easy touch on and off, so that's the strongest setting and that's the next one and the lowest, just like that, which is great because you can just move it over where you need it really, which is fantastic. I have a Bernina Q20 long arm quilting machine which is on a small frame. I think it's the 8-foot frame, which is about what I've got room for, and I'm very happy with that size actually. It sits in the room really nicely. I am hand guided, it is not computerized, so I do hand guided from the front but I also have the facility to do pantographs from the back if I wish. I have Ikea shelves underneath and Ikea bookcases underneath, which are full of fat quarters. So that is also going to be one of my projects for the podcast, is to try and work through some of my fat quarters a little bit. I also have the Ikea bookshelves that most of us have because, come on, let's face it, they are very versatile and they're great for absorbing all your bits and bobs, really. I also have a cupboard over there, which I think you will probably never ever see the inside of, because that is one of my little guilty shames, because it's a bit of a mess. And I know that you're all going to say down below, no, let's see it. We might need to get to know each other a little bit better before I show you that. It's one of those cupboards that you open slightly and shove everything in and then shut really quickly, just in case everything falls out on you. I think we've all got one. No, it's probably just me actually. So that is my sewing room. I am very, very lucky. I do know that I am very lucky to have a designating sewing space. And I have done my time, like so many of you. Some of you may still be doing that, so you know, that setting up on the kitchen table or the dining room table, putting it all away at the end of the day. I've done my time doing that, I have. So when we moved into this house, the family very kindly agreed that what was the dining room could become my sewing space. Right, that's it for the first episode. Hopefully I've managed to keep it under 10 minutes with editing, fingers crossed. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. It's been lovely having you with me. It's Easter weekend as I'm filming this, so one of my ladies has very kindly given me some little mini chocolate eggs. So I'm going to go and enjoy a little bit of chocolate. Happy Easter, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks ever so much. Bye.